Hello everyone, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're doing something very exciting. When I filmed my using all of my sample size makeup, it made me realize that some of those sample sizes are very expensive. And then it also made me realize that I do have some full-size expensive items. What are we doing today, you ask? Well, you can tell from the title. We are playing with my most expensive items from each category. I've never put all of them together. If that sounds fun to you, just keep watching. The first thing that I want to start off with today is primer to give it a second to sink in, and then we'll move into eyes. So, the first primer that I want to use, which you've seen on my channel before, is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I'm just going to get this right in my T-zone. And just like with any pore filling primer, I'm pushing it into my skin. For the most expensive product that I have today is the other primer that I'll be using. Thank God I have a sample size of this. The primer is the Guerlain Radiance Concentrate with Pure Gold. So there are flecks of gold in here. And this guy, full size, is $74. I'm just going to do like 2 pumps. And I'm going to put that on the rest of my face, so like more of the perimeter. I mean, it smells nice. It feels good. It feels moisturizing. It's not oily. It's almost like a serum. I'm just going to put some eye primer on now, and then we'll jump right into the eyes. So for eyeshadow, we will be using the Natasha Denona All Neutral Biba Eyeshadow Palette. So you can see right here, this is what we'll be working with today. I think I want to go in with more of these tones right here. So where did that go? Look at that. Urgh! Okay, well, since my black keeps dropping out, I need to put it back in, and it got on my blue sweater. My light blue sweater. You guys. Okay, just because I don't want that black to keep dropping out, I'm going to insert the shadows that I'll be using right here. Let me zoom you guys in. All right, I'm going to mix things up and start off with the lightest shade first, which is Tusk, on a nice big fluffy brush. The shade that's intriguing me the most is Rayon. Is that how you say it? I think it's Rayon. I'm going to start by getting that on a nice fluffy medium-sized brush, and I'm going to put this through my crease. Now I'm just grabbing that color on the smallest blending brush that I have, and I'm going to pack that on the outer corner. And then with the same brush, I'm going to dip into Seed, which is the darkest brown in the palette. And I'm going to use that to deepen this up even more. And now with a flat brush, I'm going to take Shine and put that all over the lid. Okay, so I'm sure you saw, but after Shine, I took on a small blender brush and I took a little bit more Seed to intensify the outer corners. and then I blended that up just a little bit more through the crease. And now what I want to use, did I say how much this palette was? It's $129. I don't know if I said that or not, but it is for sure the most expensive palette that I have. Is it worth it? I mean, I just love makeup, so yes. But if you're not into makeup as much as I am, probably not. There are others out there that work just as well. What we're moving into next is the Makeup Forever Starlit Powder. And it is this guy. This is the full size, so it is a little loose, it's like a loose pigment, and this is $21. I thought it'd be like a fun topper. So I'm going to take a really small brush and just dip right into the center there. You do not need a lot of this, and I'm gonna try to tap off the extra so I don't get too much fallout, but we're doing the eyes first, so it doesn't matter too much anyway. And this, I'm just going to use, look at that, did you see that? These are so intense. I'm going to put this right on the inner corner and just tap it on, and then blend it into the shade Shine. I'm going to tightline before we move on back to the base. And for this, I'm going to use my Marc Jacobs highliner. This is $26, and these are so rich and creamy. So I don't know if you guys can see the difference. I tightlined this eye and not this one. So when we put mascara on, it's just going to give us like a fuller lash effect. All right, eyes are done for right now. Let's move on to the base. The foundation that I have for today is a sample, and it is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. And if you get the full size of this guy, it is $64. So I'm using the shade 5.5, which is medium with neutral undertones. I do have self tanner on again today, so 5.5 should work pretty well. So I'm going to start off by dotting it on, and then using a brush to blend it out. It's very lightweight. I don't feel it on my skin at all. Like when I use the Charlotte Tilbury foundation, I mean, it's also more full coverage and matte. I can feel that one. And this one, it feels like my Makeup Forever foundation. Like it just feels really lightweight. It was a very thin consistency. This is really nice. For concealer, another sample. The most expensive concealer that I have in my collection is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. And today I have 2 packets too, so I'm not gonna run out. But I'm going to use, I think, medium light neutral. As usual, I'm just going to get this on my finger and I'm going to dot it in the areas that I need it. And I'm going to use this to highlight a bit to lighten up that foundation. I'm just going to use my concealer brush to blend this out. That concealer is extremely full coverage. I have out my other packet and I wound up only using this one, and that covered everything. I mean, I know I don't really have dark circles badly to cover anyway, but just wow. That's all I've got is wow. Look at my skin. Ooh. Setting powder. I have my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It is $39, and I have finally moved on to the full size after my using sample sized video, and then realizing if I travel with this, I should probably stop using it all up. So. All right, face is set. And I want to jump back into the eyes as usual before I finish up the base. I'm going to take a small fluffy brush and dip back into rayon. I'm actually just adding a little bit more of it up here. All right, and then this is what we're going to use on the lower lash line. I've forgot to push record. So my camera was shut off and then I turned it back on and then I forgot to push record. So what I did was just take on the tip of the brush, just a little bit of seed and put it right here and then eventually started to blend it out. But I am gonna go back in with this to blend it out even more. And because I got it covered up a little bit with concealer, I'm going back in with the Starlit powder and I'm going to put this more in the inner corner. Man, the slightest bit of this stuff goes so long. I don't know how you would ever even go through this. That's so much product. Like, I would purchase a mini one of these if they had it for like $10. But alas, here I am with a big one that I'll never go through. So something that I want to use all over the face is my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. Hourglass is one of my favorite brands. However, they're pretty expensive. So I have this and my sample mascara from them. But anything else that I've tried from them, I just love. So I'm going to take this nice fluffy taper brush and I'm going to go into all three, just like that. I'm going to put this all over. If you use a fluffy enough brush, it gives a really nice effect, but this is also going to be our highlighter because if you use it in a more concentrated area with a smaller brush, it gives you a better glow. So this kind of gives you all over a glow from within. It's one of those like very subtle products. I forgot to mention, did I say that? The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette is $64. Moving into contour bronzer, I thought it might be good to actually use a palette for this. And I'm going to be using my Anastasia contour kit. And mine is like so beat up. It's well loved. This is $40. So I'm actually going to use a small fluffy brush to dip into the contour shade right here in the middle. And I'm keeping this more concentrated since it is contour, it's not a bronzer. Whatever's left. And then actually the bronzer that I'm going to use is all three of these shades just mixed together. So I'm going to take a nice fluffy brush and just run like this. And then I'm going to start to add this onto my cheeks. And you can see the color on the brush. These are very pigmented. This I use constantly. And then there's also a little highlighter right there. And I really like that too. It's another one of those like, it's definitely a different formula than the like glow kits. It's similar actually to the Hourglass where it's like more pigment to it and it's more of a glow from within. So I actually really enjoyed taking this when I travel because it just has contour, bronzer, highlighter all in one. And then for blush, I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trio in Peachy Love, and this is $30. But you do get 3 colors, but the pan sizes are also smaller, so it's the most expensive blush I have. I want to take this shade here on the end, which is Nectarine. Is it that dog? It's that freaking dog. Okay, so there is a dog that loves to play in the dog park right below me. I'm sure you can hear it. He yelps the entire time that he plays with this ball. The entire time. He drives me nuts. Okay. Alright, anyway, these blushes are one of my absolute favorites. I also really enjoy the Tarte blush, but this beat it by, I think, $1. Tarte was $29, so, but this blush is one of my favorites. Like, I dipped in barely, and they are so pigmented. Really, really nice. And now we're going to go back into the Hourglass Ambient palette, and I'm going to take a very small highlighter brush. And I don't want to go in with the middle one because of my self tanner, so I'm going to actually mix these two here, and this will be my highlight. This is one of those things where it's like I would never run out of it, but I only use it on like special occasion because I'm like, I never want to run out of it. But I never will. I never would. That dog is so loud. Now it is time. What is it time for? You know what? I'm gonna do brows. Normally I would do mascara first and then brows, but I'm going to do brows today first. I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo, and this is $23. I've had it for years. It's lasted me forever. The only issue is that I bought this when I was still, before I was dyeing my hair, and I was all natural. So this is pretty light, so you can see I've even hit pan on the darker shade. So that is what I'll be using today. The dog stopped. Yay. Oh no, the dog is back. Oh, it's still there. Because this was a little too light, I did most of my brows with that, and then I just barely touched into seed here to do the front of the brows and like get underneath here where it's a little lighter and I don't have really any hair, just to make it look a little more natural. So I'm still using products from the video. And then my most expensive eyebrow gel is from Benefit, and it is the Benefit Gimme Brow, which I feel like I keep using in videos, and it's funny because it's not even my favorite product, but here we are again. So the Benefit Gimme Brow is $24, and that's what I'm going to use to set my brows. I actually like the way my brows turned out, so that's good. And then another product that I've used recently in a video is my mascara. So this is the Hourglass Caution Extreme Lash Mascara, and if you buy the full size of this, $29. All right, my lashes are curled, and I'm just going to do a few coats of this. All right, so just so you guys can see the difference, this eye obviously has mascara on it, and I just dipped in once and just kind of kept going until I was happy. So how many coats are on here? I don't know, but it is only one dip into the tube, and this is the difference. Okay, mascara, brows, that is all done. We have one step left, and that is the lips. Now, my most expensive lip pencil is from Huda Beauty, and it is her Huda Beauty Lip Contour Matte Pencil, and this guy is $19. I have this in the shade Trendsetter, so I'm just going to do a light outline and fill in of my lips. All right, lip liner is on. And then the most expensive lipstick that I have is actually pretty dang expensive. I have, again, a sample, but I think it still counts. I have a YSL lipstick, and it is the Rouge Pure Couture lipstick. And if you get the full size one of this, it is $38. $38! That's crazy! Again, I got this for free, so I did not spend $38. If you're wondering how I keep getting stuff for free, it's the like deluxe samples that Sephora does. It's like if you spend $25, then like put in this code and you get a deluxe sample size of this product. I do that a lot, so free makeup, you guys. Anyway, so I have this in the shade 70, and we're gonna put this on. The only thing is that this is very heavily scented. Like, it smells like a mixture between like perfume and like a Maybelline lipstick or something. It's scented. It does feel nice, I'll admit, but I would never spend $38 on the full size. I have a mirror right behind you guys, that's why I'm like peeking around, but I really like the color that this made. And that's funny because I actually never ever use this, even though it's so nice. And it's not because I want to save it. It's actually because I'm not that big of a fan of the color. I think with the trendsetter underneath, really into that. Awesome. All right, so the total of all of these products added up together is $701. This obviously is the finished look. Let's do a quick rundown of everything that I tried today. The primers. Obviously, I already have a full size of the Tatcha Silk Canvas, and I like it, so I have it already. The Guerlain that would cost $74 for a full size? Absolutely not. Why? Nope, nope, definitely not. Foundation. It looks really nice, and it doesn't feel like I'm even wearing foundation. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey or anything like that. So the foundation is a big hit. Will I buy the full size? Probably not. I just have too many other foundations that I like the Makeup Forever one. I love it, and it's not $64. So the concealer I actually freaking love. Oh my gosh. Like, does not feel as heavy as Shape Tape. Better than the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, because that made my under eyes crease terribly. And I even tried it again, and it still did the same thing. Like, this is just different. What else did we use? The powder, I already have a full size, multiple repurchases of the Laura Mercier powder. It's awesome. Highly recommend. And then the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder. If you are going to splurge on something, and if you're a makeup lover and you're like, I just want that special, like, extra touch in my makeup, this is it for you. Mwah, love it. So good. The blush trio, highly recommend. I actually really love this from Anastasia. And then the Anastasia contour kit, I love. The eyeshadow palette, if you're a makeup lover, you like. And the Makeup Forever Starlit powder, that's another thing. Like, actually okay, so what I'm getting at here is all of these products are amazing. All of them are awesome. If you are a huge makeup lover fan, and if you saw something and you're like, you know what, that's missing from my collection, I would recommend it, except for this primer. That's really the only thing that I wouldn't recommend out of everything. I hope you like this look. I hope you had fun watching me recreate this look with all of these super expensive items. $700 worth of product on my face right here, and this is what it looks like. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe. Videos go up every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and all of these items will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks again so much, you guys. I really appreciate it. Go have a good one. Bye. My finger gun was down here. You just couldn't see it. If you've seen any of Mumu, which is the most spicy. Oh my god, get it together. Why do I want to say consensual? Maybe I should scoot in a little bit more. Oh, I should move over. Wiggle, wiggle. I should have, dang it. Oh my god. Oh no. God damn it. How do you, there, lipstick, no.